Some more photos for you today. This is Robbie Regan in Ardoyne. Robbie Regan, double world champion, Wales' first double world champion, also European champion. Great fighter. And he's in Ardoyne there. There's me in the background on the mural. This here's Lee Amos. A number of years after I boxed him, I stopped him in 3 rounds in the ABA quarterfinals, English semi-finals. Good fighter, dynamite puncher, knocked out Aidan Camp, which made me sit up and take notice. Three guys here who beat me. This is Sean Barnes. Sean beat me in the 1983 Irish Senior Championships. I really shouldn't have been there. I was only 17 and I was the weigh in a featherweight. But I ended up, when we arrived at the National Stadium, I was 2 or 3 pounds overweight. And it was 4 o'clock and the draw was going to be made very soon. So I ran along the South Circular Road a few times, done a bit of shadow boxing, but when I jumped on the scales again, I was still 2.5 pounds too heavy. So I ended up, I went in at lightweight. It was a harebrained scheme. It was crazy because a guy, Noel, what was his name again? Noel Hickey, come over and my stablemate Peter English stopped him in 3 rounds. And Noel Hickey was an Irish international at featherweight. So I thought I well got the better of Peter in sparring. So I thought I could win these Irish seniors at featherweight. But I had forgot about the great Roy Webb. And no chance of beating Roy then. So I went in at lightweight, and this guy, Sean Barnes, who was in the same gym as Billy Walsh. And yeah, what I remember about him is that him and his coach, he was hitting the pads in front of me. They knew I was just a kid way in too deep, way in over my head, and they were trying to intimidate me. But I just smiled and laughed because I was from good stock. My uncle Rindy Monaghan, world champion. My grandfather Harry McAuley, my dad Coco. I was from good stock. But listen, I gave him a good fight. It was close because he asked my corner to think I won. But Arthur Danaher, the corner man, says no. But you can feel very proud of yourself. And in the semi-final, he lost a split decision. Sean Barnes lost a split decision to Tony Dunlap, who would go on to win them, beating Paul Larkin in the final. So, no regrets there. I was only 17. If I had been 19 2 years later, I'd have been quite confident of beating him. But he was a good fighter, Sean Barnes. Must have been to take Tony Dunlap to a split decision. This is the great Paul Fitzgerald. Paul beat me in the Europa Hotel. I was drafted in at the last minute and well paid to box him because he was going off to the 1984 Los Angeles Olympics and he needed to shed some rust. And they couldn't get anybody in England to fight him because he knocked out 3 England internationals in a row. So I stepped up thinking, once again, very young, what age would it have been then, 18? Thinking that if I'd have beat him, I would have went to the Olympics. Such nonsense. But Paul Fitzgerald was 6 times national senior champion. And not only did he go to the 1984 Olympics in Los Angeles, he also went to the 1988 Olympics in Seoul. Southpaw, banger, well, you know. But I don't remember him hurting me. He certainly didn't hurt me. Like that beat me, Bran Roach. Bran Roach beat me in the 1983 regional round of the ABAs. Bran Roach won 21 out of 23 internationals for England. I think he won a gold at the Acropolis Cup in Greece. Turned pro and he drew with my nemesis Carl Crook. And they had a rematch. This time it was for the British and Commonwealth title, and Crook stopped him in 10 rounds. But make no mistake about it, Brian Roach, tough hombre. But once again, if I'd have been 2 years older, if I'd have been 19, it would have been a great fight. I'd have fancied myself to beat him. And Sean Barnes. And the fight with Paul Fitzgerald was my last fight as a featherweight. I moved up to lightweight shortly after that. And this here is the mural. Oh, it's a wee bit blurry there. What's going on here? This is a mural in Ardoyne Avenue. All the great boxers have come out of Ardoyne the Bone. That's only half the mural, actually. This here is a chap called Dean Bramall, who I made my professional debut against at Wembley Arena in front of 10,000 people. Now, he was a journeyman, Dean Bramall, and I beat him in points over 6 rounds. Hurt him in the 4th round by a body shot, but won every round, comfortable enough win, and it ended a year I had been out of the ring. So I was back. And this was a handy enough fight to get me back for better opposition. But he pulled off the odd upset, as journeymen do. Dean Bramall from Doncaster. This here is Stephen Baxter here, about to shake hands with Carl Frampton. At Seaview, that's me in the background there, and Barry McGuigan. This was at Seaview for Carl's homecoming as world champion. And I brought Renty's belt along. I was actually holding Renty's belt there. Stephen Baxter had the distinction of being, before he left Crusaders, he was the longest manager in the world, in world football. He had been a Crusader so many years. He's at Carrick Rangers now. That's me posing in the house, Homedean Gardens. I'd be 15 then. There's a load of trophies in the background, all my trophies. There you go. Steely-eyed young warrior. The phone's blurring a bit. I was to be on this bill, Chris Eubank against Ray Close in the King's Hall. It's me there, like. But for one reason or another, I didn't box on it. I don't know why. So many fights that fell through for one reason or another. This is Carl Crook after I've hit him a right hand, breaking his nose in 3 places. His nose are an awful mess, blood all over the place. Look at the shape of it. I think he had 2 breaks across and 1 down. I have the write up in my scrapbook from Boxing News where he talks about it. 3 breaks, wow. I used to joke, I broke his nose in 3 places, and I'm barred from them 3 places. Carl's a good lad. Great boxer, went on to become British and Commonwealth champion. Defended his belts 5 times, fought for the European title twice, and was number 5 lightweight in the world when Pernell Whittaker was undisputed world lightweight champion. He had a good career. God bless you, Carl. Belfast boxers there, that's me in the middle with a great Freddie Gilroy. That's at a car home down beside the 174. Freddie, of course, was British, Commonwealth and European champion and fought for the world title, losing a very, very close decision against Alphonse Salimi. It wasn't a robbery like a lot of people say. Freddie was knocked down in the 11th round, and that made the difference. He lost a very close decision. And this here is Tony Graham from St Pancras. I boxed Tony in the 1985 London semi-finals. at the York Hall Bethnal Green. And the crowd turned out that night to see me and Graham Box, two big punchers. And Nigel Benn was on the bill that night too. I think he was beat by Rod Douglas. But I beat Tony Graham, knocked him down early. The fight was all over within 2 minutes. He just suited me too good. He just would come on to me, and I, big puncher, hammered him. It was a massacre. But notwithstanding, Tony Graham is a very good fighter in his own right. And he boxed for England, and he turned professional. So let's see this. This is the Guinness Book of Records, which was Ross McWhirter and Norris McWhirter, who were record keepers, were very famous in the 70s. They went on TV, and Roy Castle was the presenter, the record breakers, you called it. And Ross was eventually murdered by the IRA, God rest his soul. So, yeah, I must be the only fella, I've no doubt I am the only person in our town who's in the Guinness Book of Records. Now, it's the Guinness Book of Boxing Records, but it doesn't matter. My name is in the Guinness Book of Records, and I'll show you now, if I can find it. Where are you? Where are you? There we go, ABA Champions. ABA Champions. And where are we? We're looking at lightweight, flyweight. Hold on, where are we? Oh, I'm on the wrong page. There we go there. 1985. Eamon McAuley. But I spelt my name wrong. That big C shouldn't be there. It's McAuley. But it's me they're referring to. 1975, some great champions are Pat Cowdell, George Gilbody, Terry Marsh, Jim McDonald, Alex Dixon. So there you are. My name's in the Guinness Book of Records. And nobody can say otherwise. There's the proof. Thanks very much for watching, for listening. I hope you have a blessed day. God bless and take care.